Hey everybody, what's up? I am back. Today I wanted to come back to my channel and talk about a show that's very, very important to my life. It means a lot to me, and I feel like it's an issue we both need to talk about. And of course, that show is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. I know, hot topic issues. Anyway, I really wanted to talk about this show because we're nearing the end, and I want to kind of give my review of the final four and kind of who I think will win. By the way, I will be talking about the last episode on Monday, so there will be spoilers. But if you haven't seen the episode by Wednesday, I mean, get your life together. I don't really want to talk about the whole episode on Monday, but we'll go ahead and skip towards the end, the juicy part. So they brought all the girls back on the runway. Violet won the challenge, Ginger and Pearl were safe, and the lip sync was down to Kennedy Davenport and Katya. Personally, whatever happened Monday, that was the best fucking lip sync of the season. Are you kidding me? Kennedy did the splits, then Katya, they brought it. I think Kennedy brought the house down. Katya was right there with Kennedy. The best energy of any lip sync this season. This season's been horrible at the lip syncs, horrible. It's either one person performing or they're both dead. But anyway, this Roar lip sync was a turnaround for the lip syncs this season. Finally, top 5. But basically, at the end, Ru kept Kennedy and told Katya to sashay away. Sashay away. I can't speak French. A lot of people are angry after because a lot of favorites have been going home, and I think Katya by far, except for Trixie, was one of the biggest fan favorites. And people were really mad that Katya went home. To be fair, this is my opinion. I do love Katya. I thought she was probably one of the most consistent queens this season. Brought a lot of great looks, brought a lot of comedy. Probably one of my favorites. Still my favorite. I do think Ru made the right decision this week. Kennedy brought in the lip sync. I would have named Kennedy the winner. Katya was good, but not as good as Kennedy. Kennedy felt the song, lip synced, had energy, had choreography, went appropriate, didn't do too much. Katya just was not the level Kennedy was in that lip sync, so that's why Ru sent Katya home. So I think for once this season, I do think Ru made the best decision. I think a lot of people are more mad because we really wanted Katya to be in the final 3. And I agree too. I think Katya was one of the people I picked to be in the final 3, possibly winning the show. But Katya went home, unfortunately, so we're going to have to pick from the last 4 queens. So let's talk about those 4 queens. We are down to our top 4. And next week, we'll have our top 3 queens and heading towards the finale. First, let's talk about Kennedy. I think Kennedy, even though Kennedy did really well this week, I think Kennedy will be the next to go home. The reason why, I think Kennedy's very beautiful. Kennedy is a pageant girl. She has shown glimpses of being an actress, being a comedian, definitely with Snatch Game. Did not expect Kennedy to win Snatch Game with Little Richard. That was a ballsy move to do a male character in Snatch Game. I think Kennedy has shown glimpses of shining in this competition. However, I don't think Kennedy is up for winning the next Drag Superstar. I don't think Kennedy is at that level. I think sometimes Kennedy can come off as very rude and very unlikable. Countless people have pegged her as one of the mean queens this season. She's highly critical of a lot of the other queens. She's kind of that experienced queen that looks down the younger ones. I don't know, I think we're just starting to see Kennedy, but I feel like it's a little too late. It's a little too late in the top 5 to show us what you got. I think looking at the top 4 right now, I think if I'd have to let someone go, I think it would have to be Kennedy. I think it's going to depend on her performance next week. If Kennedy slips up, she might be the one leaving. Violet. Let's talk about Violet Chachki. Even though Violet came off as that bitchy know-it-all young girl at the beginning, I think Violet has probably had the most growth of the season. Violet's really opened up, started talking to a lot of the other girls, not just like the pretty girls. I think Violet has had the best runway looks this season. Violet has brought it. That corset was tighter than hell, but it got her through. I mean, I think Violet is very creative, brings out very good looks, is very consistent in that aspect. I think Violet's very young, but I think Violet has a lot of potential, and I think Ru sees that. That's why the judges have been keeping her every week. Will Violet win Drag Race? I don't know. I think she deserves to be in the top 3. I don't know if she'll win. Younger queens have won in the past. I mean, look at Jinx, look at Tyra Sanchez. Tyra was probably one of the youngest winners in history, one of the youngest contestants at that point. So I think a young queen could win, but I think a young queen has more to live up to than someone with more experience. So we'll have to see if Violet wins or not. For the next queen we have Pearl. Pearl has grown on me probably the most. I didn't like Pearl at the beginning. I love Pearl now. Pearl is the underdog this season, and I think even though Pearl said that Ru telling her she has no personality brought her down, I think that was the point where she did a complete turnaround and started going forth in the acting challenges, becoming really funny, bringing out more dramatic runway looks, not just high fashion, but putting a little spin on it. I think Pearl has had a change in attitude, change of heart, opened up to the queens more, and I think Pearl is really in it to win it. I think Pearl could potentially win. I think Pearl has, again, like Violet, a lot more growing to do after the competition. We have seen a lot of the queens get better after the show, but Pearl's a little older, and I think a little farther ahead in her career than Violet. I think Pearl's a lot more polished. I don't know if Pearl will win. The underdog has won before. Look at people like Sharon Needles or Jinx, who are a little off kilter, a little different. Personality-wise, I think Pearl is very laid back, but also very sarcastic and funny. I think an underdog could win. Underdog has won in the past. I think people are having Pearl grow on them a little bit, and I think Pearl could potentially win. If not, I do think Pearl will get second place, and I'm saying that now. Now, let's talk about Ginger Minj. I will say now, with some of the queens eliminated, I think Ginger Minj is going to win this year. I wouldn't have said that a couple months ago, but I'm saying that now, and here is why. At first, I did not like Ginger Minj. I thought Ginger Minj was with the Mean Girls, Kennedy and Jasmine, sorry. They've been portrayed as the Mean Girls this season. I thought Ginger was very critical of a lot of the skinnier, the younger queens, made Ginger come off as really bitter. I didn't like her personality at first, but then I think Ginger started to realize her mistakes. I think Ginger started opening up, and I think during Untucked, definitely, I think we've seen Ginger open up more. Ginger can act. She's won some of the acting and comedy challenges. I think Ginger brings a lot of interesting looks, like the bear look and some other looks to the runway. She killed the John Waters, the Divine Challenge. I think Ginger has brought a lot of good looks. I think Ginger is very professional, very polished. I think Ginger could win this. Another reason I think Ginger should win is because Ginger is a big girl. I think it's time for a big girl to win Drag Race. A lot of the big girls, the plus-size girls in the past, like Latrice, Stacey Lane Matthews, I think we've had a lot of good girls, the big girls, who have just come this close and didn't make it. Darian Lake. I mean, there's a lot of girls who should be in the finale, the top 3, and weren't. I think it's time for a big girl to win. I think it will show definitely some of the other bigger queens that a big girl can win Drag Race. I think it really did show that relationship with Katja, that Ginger is very heartfelt and friendly, and I think really does care for all the queens. It kind of acts as that mother figure. I think she brought a lot of great looks, a lot of great personality, and I think Ginger should win this season. If not, I think it will be Pearl. But that's just my case. I'm sure everybody has a case for their own queen. I'm sure there's a lot of Kennedy and Violet fans out there who think they're going to win. So if you guys have another queen that you think will win, please put them in the comments. Tell me what team you're on. At this point, I will say I'm with the big girls. I am team Ginger Minj. Well, that was it. That was my thoughts on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7 and who will win the crown. Be sure to watch RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7 every Monday at 9, 8 Central on Logo TV. Be sure to watch on June 1st, see who will win RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. Also, before then, I will post this link below. Be sure to vote for Miss Congeniality. Every season, they give one of the queens Miss Congeniality, the fan favorite for the season. Be sure to vote, and the link below, for your favorite queen. They might just win Miss Congeniality. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on Jordan's Corner.